California for the AATVA Grand National. This is round number 2 of an 8-race series, the first one being in North Carolina. The crowd here today is excellent. The top riders, the amateurs, they're all here in the pits for 2 days of exciting racing. Tonight will be the pro program, and tomorrow afternoon will be the amateurs. And today, of course, the event sponsored by Honda with a host of others. The big names are here. We're looking for a great weekend of racing here in Porterville on the new Super Track, a great compound with the owner-operator Jess Land at the helm. This is Dave Sullivan along with ours video. We got some great interviews. Let's go inside and see what's going on. I'm here with the coordinator of today's event, Doug Richards. Doug, a lot of people here today. Has it met your expectations?
Oh yeah, you bet. Porterville always does draw a good crowd. We've got an absolutely excellent crowd of Odyssey drivers here. And I think that this is very, very typical of the Southern California market area. The smooth track racing here draws well. Jess Land, the promoter at this racetrack, does an excellent job. Got a good staff. And I'm sure you've looked at the racetrack. It's dynamite. We've got a good crowd.
Now, last year you raced either 12 or 16 races, I'm not for sure, but you've definitely cut it down to 8 races this year. Why was that?
Well, there's a couple of reasons. There's, everything has complex answers, but the simple answer was for 2 major reasons. One, the children that are racing and following the Grand National Circuit, we're taking them out of school too much by starting in January and ending it later in the year. So we tried to condense this more races into the off-school season. The other reason is we started in January last year with the Tacoma Dome. The riders, the drivers coming from the Midwest and stuff on the East Coast trying to drive across the United States and tow race vehicles in the wintertime over the Siskiyous, the mountain ranges, impossible. So, it's kind of a dual-fold reason. And we only cut down. Last year was a 12 race. We cut down 4 races. This is an 8-race series. So
now, the pros, they cannot drop any race this year. They can score all 8. They can drop races, but they can race all 8. What about the amateurs?
Well, you're right. The pros run all 8, scored on all 8. The amateurs can run all 8, but they're only scored on their 6 best finishes. And that's for the reason that a rider from the West Coast would not have to go to the far East Coast or vice versa.
How long have you been involved in 3-wheelers?
Well, this is our 7th year of being involved in 3-wheeler and Odyssey racing. We really took an active role in it 4 years ago at our first San Jose Nationals.
You've got some help here today?
Oh, we've got a lot of good help. I've got my referee, Gene Merrill, that follows the entire Grand National Circuit. Of course, Roy Jansen, the president of American All-Terrain Vehicle Association, is here. And Jess Land has a dynamite race crew here that helps us put the events on.
Well, if it's anything like last year, I know it'll be a great success. Thanks, Doug, for the time, and try to take it easy this weekend.
Well, thank you, and enjoy the racing.
Side with Mickey Dunlap. Last time we saw Mickey here back in Porterville, put on a stunning performance. How'd the rest of the year go, Mick?
It went real well for us. We ended up taking second in the Grand National class, mainly because we didn't stay in the class all year long as riding for Kawasaki at the first of the year, so we ended up doing pretty good, though, real well against Curtis.
Now, again, as you mentioned, you were on Kawasaki product last year. This year, you're on Powro. How is the product? How is the Powro product this year?
Powro has a very good product. We're one of the main high-performance four-stroke builders. It does the best on the track as 200X class, and we pretty much dominate it.
Now, today's track, of course, flat track, banked, very wide. How do you expect the race to go tonight?
I think it's going to be a lot of Powro bikes out there. We have 5 riders on our team. We should take pretty good out of the top 5 riders. We have new engines this year, a little bit bigger than last year. Should put on a better show and be quite a bit faster.
What's this year look like for Mickey Dunlap?
We're going to pretty much stay in the 4-stroke class. That's what mainly we build, so we're going to dominate that, hopefully.
Well, Mickey, nice to have you back in Porterville. Good luck today.
All right, thank you very much.
Here in the back of the pits, and I found one of the pioneers of Suzuki quad running, Jim Putman. Jim, you've taken a look at the track today, and you've seen the competition. What do you think?
It's going to be real competitive. All the guys from back east and all over the United States will be here. The track's fast and smooth, and there's going to be a lot of good racing tonight.
Jim, explain how you got involved in Suzuki and the quad runner.
At the beginning of 1985, we were racing 3-wheelers at the time, and Suzuki asked me if I'd try a new unit that they had, and they brought it out to Corona Raceway, and I raced it a few times, and then they brought out 7 more units and gave to other guys, and then they started eliminating guys, and I was the one with the last bike.
How did we do last year?
I did okay. I had a few problems at the beginning of the year, but after that, we raced against 3-wheelers last year, and there's really no competition. The quad racer works better than the 3-wheeler does, but they're a separate machine. They shouldn't be raced together. I finished okay last year.
Now, the start of this year, I don't know. Did you go to North Carolina, first of all?
No, I did not.
Okay, what have you been doing in the last couple of months?
I raced most of the races out here. The Suzuki is promoting quite a few races, Supercross, the Mickey Thompson series, and it was more worth my while to stay here in Southern California and race locally.
Okay. Jim, what is the future? Last year, 1985, they termed it the year of the quad, and now the Honda 4-Trax is out, which will obviously compete with the market, and I would think make it better. What is the future for quad runners?
I feel by the end of this year, start of 1987, that the quad racer class will be the dominating class. That we've proven that the bike works better through the rough and also at high speeds. And it's a much safer machine, I feel, and it's just all around a better machine.
So the year of the quad is not over yet. Well, Jim, it's nice to have you back in Porterville. The best of luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
We're still in the pits with Team Powro. This time, Ron Fields. Ron from Grants Pass, Oregon. Nice to have you here in Porterville. You've taken a look at the track today. What do you think?
I think it's going to be fast, plenty of room to pass and everything. I think it'll be really fast and really good for Powro.
Is this your kind of track compared to motocross?
I like motocross a lot better, but I'll do okay here.
Now, last year, when you came back to Porterville, you were riding for Team Powro. It's obviously a great organization. See a lot of product around. What makes you stay with Powro?
They're just fast, the best on the 4-strokes.
Last year, you followed pretty much AATVA series among others. How did we do?
We did okay. I didn't do so great. I just made a couple mistakes. This year I'll do a lot better.
As far as being here, just the second race of the AATVA series, not too many nationals have gone on since this time. What have you been doing this year?
Doing a lot more work myself and on my bike, getting better condition, doing more work on my bike. I think I'll do really good.
Who will take the win away from Ron Fields tonight?
No one.
Thanks, Ron. Good luck today.
Thanks a lot.
They're fired up. It's red. It's green. We're ready for the first semi of the evening. The 1986 AATVA Grand National, sponsored by American Honda. These guys have got one thing in mind. They got to qualify the main event, or they're going home empty-handed. No bucks out there. Oh, a little push and shove. Big tight action into the turns. Number 82 is your leader, Jeff Parker from GPS Yamaha Corporation and White Brothers. There we go. Number 114 in the second, Chris Harrell. Number 62 in third. 521 makes his move into third position. 521, Greg Baker from Team Green, Kawasaki, Scott, Chewy, RB Cycle, and Sabaki Change. We are taking the front five once again to go into the main event for a total of 20 riders for the main event. They'll be riding 8 laps. 8 laps here in the semis. 3 semis this evening, 7 main events. Number 82, Jeff Barker from the Yamaha Corporation from Mesquite, Texas. From the big group, come from Texas. 20 years old, been riding 3-wheelers for 3 years. Number 18, or 114, Chris Harold from Barker Machine, Duster Porting, and South Bay Yamaha in second. Drop back into, looks like third and fourth. They're dicing it up heavily out there. 2 Kawasaki's. They know they got to take 5. Look at him spin on the backside, going into the back straightaway. Third and fourth are serious about it. I think they feel they're too far back in the pack. They want to secure their position as the front 5 will transfer to the main event out of turn number 4. Here they come now. That is 521 and number 63. 521, Greg Baker. And 6, coming right up on the third and fourth riders now at this point. Broke away a little bit for 5th and 6th position. And you know what's going through that 6th place rider's mind right now. He's got to get in one more position to transfer in the main event. And above all that, he's got to stay in that position for about 5 more laps. But here's your leader now, some kind of lead he's got working. Number 82. Barker. He won the Winter Nationals in Boyd, Texas. He won in Munster, Texas. In North Carolina, round number 1, he broke a chain. His chain broke, and he set out the main event. Could not go. But he's back in fine fashion here in the semis. He just got to hang on to it. And that's a hard feat to do because the talent behind him, it's fantastic. 250cc pros in the semi action. Number 114 or 1H, take your pick, Chris Harold in for second. Whoa, one almost losing it. As 1H has Harold. And now that dropped him back into 4th position. Chris Harold, sponsored by Barker Machine, Duster Sporting, into the 4th position. I believe the 3rd place rider on the Kawasaki, he's taking it to the infield. Second place, number 521, Greg Baker. Harold in 3rd. Number 41 in the 5th position. Robert Brown Jr. from Duster Sporting, Barker Machine Works, Kearney Mesa Yamaha. To go, 250cc modified 3-wheeler pro semi. And it's number 82, Jeff Barker. Sponsored by GPS, the Yamaha Corporation. His dream in life to become factory full-fledged Yamaha. He keeps doing this and gets us well in the main event, and dream may come true. 20 years old, he's been driving three-wheelers for about 3 years. He's done some winning. Also sponsored by Gilbert Porting Service GPS. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the front five. It will be the man from Mesquite, Texas, Jeff Barker, your winner. Second and third, rounding out of turn number 4. It's going to be number 63, number 41, number 1H Harold, and number 007, I believe, in for 5th position, Tim Helter. The Odyssey is semi. In the semi, we'll be taking 8 to the main event. Number 79 is the early leader. Class 3 Odysseys, and when you say we're taking 8 to the main, we got 7 riders out there. 7 drivers. Tony Van Meter from Suzuki of Bakersfield is in third. She is challenging for second place as they go into the sharp left-hander, the TT here. Your leader, number 79. Second and third, Van Meter regains second place. It's still not over yet in the second-third battle. Your leader, number 19. Kyle Halpig, 333. He's sponsored by JB Enterprises and himself. He's doing heads-up battle with the lady from Bakersfield out there, Van Meter, for second and third. Fourth and fifth looks like number 46 and number 51, as they pretty much spread out over the track at this point, and as they all qualify. Number 51, 360 out there. And there goes your leader now. Into turn number 1, Van Meter in for second. 333, Kyle Halbig, sponsored by JB Enterprises, in third. white flag comes out for one more lap here in the semi. They all transfer. They're trying to get into a position. And of course, the better they transfer here in the semi, the better position they'll have in the main event. There goes Van Meter here on the final lap. Your leader, number 19, this guy's been by himself. He took it right at the wire, and he has led all the way around. The motor running good. And that assures himself a pretty good spot in this evening's main event in the Class 3 Odyssey, a 250 modified. Number 19 takes it home, smiles very big at it. They're second and third, still battling it out heavily out there. Van Meter, I believe, involved in this, along with Halbig. And it'll be Van Meter and Halbig for second and third. Actually, that's number 46. There's Halbig now, number 87, and the rest will follow suit. Some fine technicians down there take care of any mechanical problem that she will have, along with her husband. Mary Sullivan in the main event this evening. They are set, they are staged, lights in hand, we got a green one. That means just one thing, go, baby, go. Number 25 takes off to the early lead, but here comes the tight left-hander. Number 85 is your front runner, Alan Knowles. Double zero, Lenny Haynes slowing down. Pulls it to the infield. A bad break from Lenny Haynes, double zero. Sponsored by Psycho Imports, JP Ranch. Back at the pace a little bit. Looks like in 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. This is where the action is going to be so intense you can hardly stand it out there. Look at 4th and 5th. They're paired up on the inside of turn number 4. They're jamming down the front straightaway. That's number 85 and number 25. And then they got some company right behind them. In the middle of the pack, the semis are always so intense because of one thing, we're only taking so many of the main event. And when you're back on that pace, you want to improve your position drastically to ensure yourself a main event entry here tonight at round number 2 of the Grand National AATVA, sponsored by American Honda. Your leader, well out front. He's not off the pace a bit. He is on the turbos. He's on the gas. We're going into turn number 3 and 4, and it's in 3rd, 4th, 5th, and here they come down the straightaway one more time. 85, 25, at number 141. Nobody is giving an inch out there. They know what they got to do. It's just as simple as that. They got to get out in the front of 4 or 5 positions. I don't know exactly how many we're going to the semi or to the main event out of this. I'll be honest with you. But whatever the case may be, that middle of the pack has got to be the finishing line for these guys. Your leader all by himself. Your leader is 852, Mr. Todd Elmer from Twin City Honda Suzuki out of St. Paul, Minnesota, and Scott Products. 2, the flat 180 on the sharp left-hander. Loses the four-wheel machine, and he is on the track. Yellow flags are waving. Paramedics are on the scene at this time. This is not a good sign out there as he has laid back down, but anyway, back into the race, and there's first and second on the inside of the TT turn. And Dak back in third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Look at the foursome for third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. It is an incredible race out there, incredible ride in the semi of the four-wheel class. Final lap of the Honda Ford Tracks and the Suzuki Quad Runner. Here comes your winner now. Looks like number 852 will take it in. 1, 2, here comes third, fourth, and fifth. What a battle. 85, maybe number 2 at the line. Number 50, Kenneth J. Delk. Number 259, Terry Cole. Number 11, Jimmy Wright. Number 11X, Pepper. Number 382, Greg Hunsacker. Number 20, Roddy Pipkin. Number 612, Dwayne Hogan. Number 4, Gary Kidd. 3X, Robin Lamont. Number 39, Dennis Lamont. Number 21, Michael Goodrich. Terry Gowdy, and Alan Knowles. Marshall's on the bell. He gives them a quick green light. We're back into the quad and support tracks. Honda's going into turn number 1. Semi-main event. We're looking for maybe the first 4 or 5. They're going to the tight left-hander. Rider on the outside, looking for it, coming off hard and heavy. No can do, gets back into traffic. Your leader comes hard on the inside, is paired up for the first, second, third, and fourth. Then they come down to the inside. Holy moly, these guys had a long wait, but they're back into the race, and now they're back into the form. It's do or die for these guys here. You've got to do it now, or you're going to go home with no money, no trophy, no nothing. First 4, breaking off the pace very quickly, but here comes the rest of the pack right back at them. And it's anybody's race at this point. What a class of the four-wheelers out here this year in the AATVA Grand National. A close to 25 in the main event alone. Number 4K is your early leader into the first lap. But second, third, fourth, and fifth. Whoa! Almost a collision. That fourth place rider makes his move on the outside looking for second place. One into the bell, comes out cleanly though, drops back into the 6th position, and the first 4 riders take off. Yes, ripping this track apart here tonight. Here comes third place again. Look at fourth place, coming apart and heavy on second place. Look at it, diving down low into the inside of turn number 4. No can do. Holy Moses, we got a race going on here tonight. They're paired off in for the 3rd and 4th, the 5th and 6th, 7th right there knocking at the door. Your leader, 4K, hanging on nicely at this point. Picking up the action in turn number 2, the sharp left-hander, and here we go. Man, that looks like 5 riders in for third place. Number 20 into second, number 612 in for third. but that could change any given time. Number 20 is Rowdy Pipkin, sponsored by JB Enterprises, JP Ranch, and of course, Rowdy Quads. Number 612 now holding down third position. Number 50 and number 3 for the fourth. Oh, 360 and narrowly misses a collision out there. You know what he does? He fires it back up. He gets back into racing. I love these guys. Serious about the sport. He does drop back about 5 positions. He's got a lot of ground to make up to get back in the main event. Here comes your leader now. I got to believe that's Gary Kidd out there doing it for JP Racing. Works Performance. Suzuki Gear, Shoei helmets, 4K. Number 612, Dwayne Hogan from H&M Cycle and Vegas Racing. He's in the second position, and number 50 now makes his bid in for third. Number 50 is Delk, Kenneth Delk. And Delk is sponsored by the A.J. Delk Construction Company. I believe your leader's got somebody right on the backside of them. They come heavy to the inside of the TT turn. We got a war happening in for first, second, and third. Third place rider coming up heavy. That's got to be number 50. Yes, it is. Number 50. Looking for the inside. Now comes up on second place with a good shot to the outside. First, second, and third is anyone's ball game at this point. Down the back straightaway. They turn on the power. We'll see what kind of top end these four-wheelers can really get at this point. Into turn number 3 they go. There's no change in the leader at this point. First, second, and third out of turn number 4. Fifth and sixth, they're paired up very nicely at this point also. They're entering turn number 3 at this point. Fifth and sixth down out of turn number 4, right down the front of straightaway, right about this point. And it's like number 8, number 21. Hey, your leader has got someone, oh, right on the backside, gives him a little shove out there. These guys are not cutting loose. They are not putting on the brakes. Your front 3 riders, they know they cannot do that because you've got 2 guys out there that will just pass you. Out of turn number 4, and here comes the front 3 now. One more lap to go. Here comes the second place on the outside with a good shot. Shuts the door on your leader. Here on the final lap, the semis. He's really going to ensure himself an extra spot in the main event because he knows he's got about 20 other guys in the main event in the best position possible. He wants to get himself off that second row for sure. Number 50, Kenneth Delk from H.J. Delk Construction is your leader. 4K Kid is in the second, and number 612 is in the third position. What a battle. Here they come for the checker flag, and it's going to be number 50, Delk. Number 4K Kid in the picture, 612 in for third, fourth and fifth. Well, it's fourth place all by himself, and there he goes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The semis have concluded here. The main events are next. I don't know what the deal will be. Mr. Jimmy White. Number 82, Jeff Parker making the semis. Number 26, John Neary. Number 1H, Chris Harold. Number 62 from Grants Pass, Oregon, Ron Fields Jr. Number 41, Robert Brown Jr. Number 1 from American Honda, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Marty Hart. 007, Tim Helter. Number 159, Robert Berman. Number 6 from the Kawasaki Klim Research People Trick Gas, Sean Finley. number 18, James Eubank. Number 7 from Kawasaki Team Green, JP Racing, Steve Mendenhall. Number 54 from Kawasaki Clem Research, Donnie Luce. Number 79, Tim Weaver. Number 60 from Twin City Honda Hallman Racing, Rick Calladine. Number 40 from Yamaha Motor Corporation, Chris White. Number 51, Ricky Rupert. And number 324 from Diesel Racing, Auto Tint, Quicksilver Carburetor, Suzuki of Bakersfield, Mike Aldridge. They're all here. They made it. They made it to the main event, and we have $11,000 to give away to the pros tonight. 11 grand. They are staged. We are ready to go with the main event. The light is green, and we're off. And it is a rider on the number 1 on his backside, Mr. Marty Hart from Team Honda. Number 7, that's got to be Mendenhall on the Kawasaki for second place. Number 40, Chris White. Look at White Blister out there in third place. 54, Donnie Luce back in the 6th and 7th battle. It is Marty Hart. Now already got a nice lead working. 250cc, the pros in round number 2 of GNC here in Porterville. Power outburst down the back straightaway into turns number 3 and 4. Want to stand up and cheer for your leader out there, number 1, Marty Hart from Honda. In for second place, number 7, Steve Mendenhall from the Kawasaki Team Green. 1 over the wall, turn number 4. He goes completely over the wall. Please stay away from the accident. Please don't go down there. Back into the race, and it's still Marty Hart, your leader. Mendenhall in second. I got to believe that's number 40 out there. Big bag. Chris White in for third. 54, Donnie Luce. 466 went over the wall. There he goes, Marty Hart. Now coming up on Donnie Luce into the 5th and 6th position. Jimmy White for Kawasaki. He's coming up. He's in the 6th position. 250 pros, and here they come. Your leader still out there, the number 1 rider in the AATVA 250 series, Marty Hart from Honda, and he's got a dramatic lead out there working. Steve Mendenhall, who's in second. Give me Mendenhall. At number 40, made them guys in the stands are right. That's Chris White for the Yamaha Motor Corporation, Clem Research, Oakley UFO in for third. Steve Mendenhall, Team Green, sponsor, 28 years old. Got himself a 4th last year, round number 3, and a 4th in round number 2 up in the ice. Let's take out 4th. 159, Berman. Number 54, Luce. Number 31, White. And number 26, John Neary. Whoa, another one hits the wall heavily down the straightaway. Another one's got a bell in front of him as the wall is taking its toll. Once again, please do not go to the wall. Please do not go to the wall. We need security at the wall immediately. We're going to shut this one down. I believe we're going to go to the red, yellow flag. Motor scooter out there is Mike Aldridge. And we're under the red, yellow with Marty Hart in the lead, Mendenhall in second, Chris White in third. They will be explaining to them, so everyone is aware. We're talking some big major bucks here. We're talking over $11,000 for all the pros together. These guys will definitely get the biggest chunk of it, I believe. I don't have the breakdown, but anyway, everything's got to be perfectly clear. As you saw, the mechanics and the pit men come out, they immediately fill the tanks back up with the gas. They're doing the quick changes here and get them all set up. We're talking about the best right here in front of you. And again, your leader, of course, was Marty Hart. Jimmy White was back in 4th. He was in 5th. He was coming up strong. As Sean Finley, Donnie Luce, and into the front 4. I got them fired up. Let's sit down and let's see what happens. We're into the 4th lap. We'll be into the 4th lap. We've got 3 laps down. Now I need some my sheet. Thank you. The green light, we're off the running. Mendenhall gets on the outside of Hart. Hart still your leader, number 1 on the Honda. Shuts down the inside. I wouldn't want anything to do with that tight left-hander out there, but everyone's still up and running. Hart, Mendenhall, White, and Jimmy White in for fourth. Chris White is in the third. Jimmy White in for fourth. We're in lap number 4 of the 250cc Pro main event here in Porterville Airport Spinners Raceway in Porterville. Out of turn number 4, here they come right down in front of you, and it's still a man from Team Honda, Marty Hart. Look at the lead. Marty Hart's got trouble. He has got Mendenhall. He shuts the door up. No, Mendenhall trying to take it away, and he does. Hart comes up. Mendenhall bobbles. Marty Hart regains it after Mendenhall. A valiant battle out there on the Team Green Kawasaki, trying to take it away from Marty Hart early in the main event. And I guarantee you one thing, folks, this is far from over. Chris White, Jimmy White, third and fourth. He's got some company in fourth and fifth. Neary back into sixth. Paired up for seventh and eighth. Turn number 3, speeds I ain't never seen before. Number 159, Roger Bauman, sponsored by O'Neill, USA Sabaki. And a ton of other CRF. He's in the fourth position, I do believe. Maybe fifth. Is in fifth, with John Neary in sixth. Jimmy White from Kawasaki, the winner of round number 1 in North Carolina. He's in fourth place. Marty Hart, who got himself a second place in North Carolina, he's in your lead. Got to remember, there's a lot of laps left in this main event. A lot of laps. Jimmy White closing in on Chris White for third and fourth. And Marty Hart pulling away from the pack. The motor's on. It is towed. His pit crew has done an excellent job on that. He has got a great lead working. Mendenhall, he's running fast. I can't take anything from Steve Mendenhall because the man is running fast out there tonight. Hart is running a little faster. Chris White, number 40. You gotta love this guy. He's in third place, man, and he is looking hot out there tonight. Chris White from the Yamaha Motor Corporation, UFO, Oakley Clem Research. He is jamming in third place out of turn number 4. The main event, 250cc Pros. Some kind of racing here at Airport Spinners Raceway in Porterville. Your leader setting 44.10, 44.10. That is not a fast time. The fastest time, it's a fast time. Marty Hart. How about we all stand up and cheer for Marty as you come down the straight here? What do you think, guys? Let them know you're out there. Marty Hart, your leader from Honda. With Mendenhall in for second place. Chris White in for third. Jimmy White in for fourth. And John Neary right there with him, right with Jimmy for fifth. Neary closing the gap in between, looks like fourth and fifth at this point. Chris White, 1985, got himself a seventh place in the Grand National, round number 2. That was in Lake George, I believe. Fifth place in the Mickey Thompson Grand Prix race in Pomona. That was round number 2. Mendenhall, the man in second place, in round number 3, got him a fourth in the 250 class, a second in round number 2. Back into third, fourth position. Chris White and Jimmy White battling it out with John Neary coming up in close, very close. One of the riders went over the top of turns 1 and 2, but he jumped right back. He's back into racing. Jimmy White now in third position, I do believe. We'll check some numbers. They come down in front of the straightaway. Marty Hart, number 7, Mendenhall, and it is Jimmy White. He's in a hunt. He gets around Chris White. Jimmy White now in third place. Neary now in the, looks like the 5th position with Chris White in 4th. 6th place not far behind. Still by himself, in for 2nd. Jimmy White in 3rd. Chris White, number 40. Number 26, John Neary. Jimmy 159, Roger Ballman in 5th place. Ballman, sponsored by CRF, O'Neill, USA, Sabaki Chain, many others. Number 1, on his plate, the 1985 AATVA Grand National Champion, Marty Hart, with an outstanding lead. No one has come close to him. He is dominating the race here in Porterville. In 1984, he won the Parker 400 overall open with Mike Coe. He won at Lake George, round number 2 of the GNC, in Oklahoma City Nationals, in the National Indoor TT in short track in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's in 1984, Marty Hart. In 1985, got himself a 2nd in the New York 3-wheeled snowcross, won the DNF in the Parker 400, got a 3rd place in the Tacoma. He got a 1 in round number 3 and won the Budweiser Tricross Series down in Southern California. He's your leader now, number 1, Marty Hart. Marty Hart down the front straightaway, number 1. Still in 2nd, Steve Mendenhall from the Kawasaki Team Green. In 3rd place, Jimmy White, Factory Kawasaki. Chris White, John Neary. At number 159, Roger Ballman. Back in the 3, 4, 5 position, John Neary now makes the move into 4th slot. Jimmy White is in 3rd, Mendenhall is in 2nd, and of course, Mr. Marty Hart is still your leader, hands down. No one has come close to him. Your leader now approaching slower traffic. Marty Hart entering into the TT turn now, into the inside track. Over the big hill he goes. Handle it nicely, like the professional that he is. thick of things, you might say. Mendenhall. Mendenhall has not lost any ground. He has not gained any ground. He has not lost any ground. Mendenhall does have a chance to win this one here tonight. Marty Hart, look at him through traffic out there. Gets one. Now he's back straightaway. Mendenhall coming up strong. And Mendenhall going well out of turn number 3 out of the slower traffic. Marty Hart from El Cajon, California. Started riding at age 14. It was originally from Monroe, Louisiana. Your leader almost, slower traffic slowed him down. They almost got tangled up, but he is free. He is clear. He is still your leader. Marty Hart now the backside. And here he comes now with just one more lap to go. 250cc Pro main event. And number 7's right behind him. Steve Mendenhall is right behind Hart. Oh, on the inside. Here comes Mendenhall. No can do the will to well. Here in the final lap. It's going to be hot. It's going to be exciting. Oh, don't take your eyes off these two guys. Mendenhall trying to push him on the inside. He got it away from Hart. Oh, less than half a lap to go. Oh, I ain't seen racing like this in a long, long time. Hart's ain't over yet. This one's going to the wire. Hart down low on the inside. Hart takes it back. It's down the back weight. It's paired up. Will to will. ATV at a best. Mendenhall down low on the inside of turn number 3. They're coming from the checker flag. Ladies and gentlemen, number 1, Marty Hart. Rider down on a turn number 4. Mike Aldridge. Was that a race or was that a race? Did you like it? Did you love it? Steve Mendenhall and Marty Hart, they both should be congratulated. We'll get you official 3rd and 4th and 5th results on that as quickly as we can. All eyes were on Mendenhall. What a performance he put on. Team Green Kawasaki, but I do believe number 1 on his plate. 58, Mr. Dane Slack. Number 19, Stan Cargo. Number 46, that'll be Stacy Gardner. Number 73, Scott Maycomer. Number 49, Don Chase. Number 57, Big Dan Hamilton. Number 333, Kyle Halbig. Number 4, Derek Tysinger. Number 87, Tony Van Meter. Number 29 will be Darrell Beddard. Number 151, Keith McCullen. We're set, we're ready to go. And there's a green light. 151 took off. He had that red from the start. 151, he had a red. He shot that oh so well. Whoa, 1-360 out there. They're all over the place. And everybody is up and everybody's okay. They're jamming hard in the turn. 2nd and 3rd paired up. They're bouncing. Big pile up on the backside of turn number 3. That's 102 Kevin Morris involved in that mishap as they try to untangle him. Odyssey's all over the place. Woo! Second, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Coming out of turn number 1. Into sharp left-hander, and here they come again. 3rd, 4th, and 5th is a 3-rider battle looking for it. 6th, 7th, and 8th. They're still right there with them, though. And now number 37 is your leader. Number 52 is your leader. Sponsored by Hillside Honda, your leader, Dan Hamilton. second place. Whoa, 1-3-60s. Almost gets him. Let's take a look back into 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Man, looks like the LA freeways, don't it? Back in the pack. Your leader coming out turn number 4, but coming into turn number 3 at this point. It is anyone's race for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. McCallum and number 1, which is Tom Freeze from Armstrong Tires in 3rd place. Freeze coming up on the inside on McCallum for 2nd place. They're going to the sharp left-hander turn number 2 of the TG track here in Porterville. Set 45.47 by your leader. Lap time 45.47 for your leader. Another one 360s on the inside. Oh, don't get the bell, buddy. All right, it's all right. He get back to the track. Drops 1 position. There's your leader now. Number 57, Dan Hamilton. Hamilton from Tyler, Texas. Sponsored by Hillside Honda. First in the Grand National, Raleigh, North Carolina. This guy's trying to make it 2 in a row. You got the winner of the heat of series number 1 of North Carolina into the lead. He's trying to make it 2 in a row. Your leader, Dan Hamilton, is in the lead. I do believe that's got to be 151 McCallum in 2nd and Tom Freeze in 3rd. We'll get the confirmation. It is number 1 in 2nd, Tom Freeze. Number 58, that's got to be Dane Slack, Expert Cycle Precision Boring. And Derek Tysinger in his new 1986 Odyssey. That's valued about, he says about $9,000 in it. But now Derek has got some company. Dane Slack. Dane Slack is no stranger to the winner's circle. One on the, Off the wall, please. We got one down hard in turn number 4, the short track. That's a shutdown red flag. We're going to shut it down. Off the wall, please. Ready to race. Here we go, the main event. And who's it going to be this time? Maybe 151 might have taken it away the early lead out there. 57 come back in the 2nd place. We need you guys off the front wall. We need those guys off the front wall immediately. In the 2nd place, that's Dan Hamilton from Tyler, Texas. But now he's back in the lead. Just as I speak about it. Keith McCallum. Actually, Tom Freeze in 2nd. Keith McCallum. Look at Keith McCallum on the outside in for 3rd place. He is trying to literally push that, do everything he can to get that Odyssey to go faster. Incredible. Derek Tyson now on the backside of it. Right up on him, as a matter of fact. And Derek Tyson now got the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. All right there. Battle happening for the lead. Tom Freeze is trying to take it away. Back into the 6th, 7th position, I do believe. 7th and 8th. Whoa, one going around the tire. That might be old Derek Tysinger down the back straightaway. Wheel to wheel for your lead out of turn number 1. Look at him go! We got big Dan Hamilton from Tyler, Texas, takes it away from Tom Freeze. Number 57 is your leader. McCallum still in 3rd place. Number 58, Dane Slack in 4th. Number 73 in 6th. Derek Tysinger in 7th. Number 46 in the next position. Tom Freeze looking for the lead again. But Dan Hamilton from Tyler, Texas says no, you cannot have the lead. They're 23 years old. They got an Odyssey out there valued at about $8,500. Number 57, been racing for Odysseys for 5 years. And Tom Freeze down low underneath. Tom Freeze is your new leader. Bar is now open. The snack bar is again open for the hot foods. But right now we want to watch what happens. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Look at them pair up. I tell you what, you blink your eyes out there, you'll miss some of the action. 1-360's out there. Jumps right back onto the gas. He's back into the program. Off the pace a bit. Here comes your leaders now. Tom Freeze, Dan Hamilton, wheel to wheel racing. Keith McCallum. Look at Keith bump that Odyssey with his head with a body movement, doing anything he can to get that Odyssey moving faster. Third, 4th, and 5th. Looking very exciting at this point. Keith McCallum is still in 3rd. He got some serious threats coming in for 4th and 5th. Number 58, Dane Slack, and number 19, Stan Cargo. First and 2nd, Keith McCallum. Keith McCallum in 3rd, 4th, and 5th will try to pick up the action there. Slack is behind Keith at this point for third, fourth, and fifth place is still in the picture. But Keith McCallum has done everything he can. He has no sponsors. He's done everything he can to keep that Odyssey alive and for third. Winning some big money if he does, though. He'll be into the money here tonight for third place in the Pro Odyssey Class 3 AATVA Grand National Series here at Airport Spinners Raceway in Porterville. On slower traffic, number 51, number 57 looking for it down on the inside. Tom Freeze hangs on to it. Hamilton still back in a second. They get around the slower traffic. Number 58 now is in third, Dane Slack. He has gotten around Keith McCallum. And Dan Hamlin is still first and second. Dane Slack is in third. McCallum in fourth, number 19 in fifth position. Dan Hamilton, once again who won in North Carolina, round number 1 of this series, has got to get around a true veteran of the sport. No doubt about it. Tom Freeze, sponsored by Armstrong Tires, Precision Boring, SC Production, and Simpson Safety Equipment. To go. How many laps they race? 300? Class 3 Pro Odysseys. Winding it down. Your leader, number 1 on his plate, last year's Grand National Champion in the Class 3 Odyssey program. And the man who, whoa, number 34, slower traffic, spins out, hits it to the infield. There will not be a repeat performance of North Carolina here tonight, as number 1, or otherwise known as number 17, will take the checker flag. Here he comes now, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Freeze. Dan Hamilton in for second place. Slower traffic coming in for the checker flag at this point. I do believe in third place. Here he comes now, Dane Slack. Number 19, no way, not even close, guys. Much better here. We're into the main event, 4-wheel division. Number 3 is your early leader. I got to believe that's got to be Gary Denton out there on a Suzuki. Gary Denton, you got a Honda in hot pursuit. I'll give you 2 guesses who's in second place. That's probably old number 22 himself. Oh, almost loses Steve, 2-tied right. Uh-oh. McLeod, I believe, in trouble. As Mike McLeod in back of the pack. They get collided out there. What happened to your leader? Well, I'll tell you who your leader now is, folks. No, it's not going to be Fry. Looking for it on the inside. Steve Wright from Honda on the Honda 4-Tracks. Takes the early lead. Brian Fry drops back a few positions as he was threatening on the lead position. second place into turn number 1. John Neary on the inside of right. Here they come. They are wheel to wheel. No, not anymore. John Neary takes the lead away from Steve. Too tight, right. Third and fourth coming up hot and heavy. The third, fourth, and fifth is anyone's ball game. Sixth and seventh is anyone's ball game. The whole pack is anybody's ball game here tonight. The quad runners, the 4-tracks, we put them together. And what do you got? Some kind of racing going on. Airport Spinners Raceway of Porterville. Here comes your leader now. Neary is no stranger when it comes to four-wheel ride. John Neary, the number 1 plate. John Neary, sponsored by High Point Racing. Uriah Helmets, Tabaki James, Trikeracing, Gas, Scott Meyer, Carlisle Tires, Indy Spark Plug. Stevie Wright is in the second position. Number 6 is in the third. That's a Rodney Lee Gentry, a factory support Honda rider, in third. So you got Honda in second and third. In the fourth position, number 12, and that's Jim Putnam. I just do believe number 12, Jim Putnam. Number 65 now in the fourth slot. Brian Josky, I told you we keep an eye on him. 65 in a good fourth position now. They have a long way to go yet. A lot of laps left to travel. Third, fourth, and fifth, and here they come. They're tightly battled in turn number 3. Coming into turn number 3. Third, fourth, and fifth. As it getting kind of heavy out there. Neary still your leader. Honda rider right in for second place. Here comes third now. Number 6. Rodney Lee Gentry from the Honda people, the factory support Honda. And in fourth place, number 12. And that is Putman, and 65 is in fifth. Brian Josky, 65 is in fifth. And then further on back in the pack, as in like in 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, hey, there's a lot of action happening out there. The quads, the 4-tracks, and who will dominate tonight? John Neary is still the man to beat out there. He was the man to beat last year. Nobody did. He got the number 1 plate. He won the in Tacoma, the 2-stroke class. He won the quad in Portland and May. He was a leader in the Mickey Thompson series. Close. He won 5 out of 6 performances there in the Mickey Thompson race. He has changed the product. I do believe John tonight is on a Honda 4-tracks. And Stevie, too-tight right in third. That's what's happening for first and second. And they're well ahead of the pace at this point. Steve Wright, sponsored by American Honda, of course, the 200cc 2-stroke champion in 1985 to the AATVA series. Coming out of turn number 4, it's third and fourth, they're wheel to wheel. Brian Fry, number 86, now getting back into the program. Number 12 is making up the road. Number 12, Putman. Jim Putman, sponsored by U.S. Suzuki. He is now in third place. Jim Putman won the Spring Classic in Ascot just a couple months ago. He has a lot of ground to make up between second and first position at this point. But so far he has done fantastic. John Neary, that's the man to beat here tonight, as you can tell, because he's got a heck of a late workout. Stevie Wright pumping down the straightaway. Paired off for fourth and fifth. Could be number 6 out there doing it. Rodney Lee Gentry, sponsored by Factory Support Honda, Scott Goggles, and Oates Tires. Now in fourth place, number 65, Brian Joski. Joski, sponsored by Air Performance, PTS Contractors, and Hinson, looks like. He's now in the fourth slot. Third place, number 12, Putman, Stevie Wright, and first place, number 1, John Neary. In the fifth position, we have rider number 6, Rodney Lee Gentry. We have some traffic at turn number 2, the sharp left-hander. But it is on the inside of the track, poses no danger at this time. There are about 10 or 12 separate battles happening here on the track right at this point. They're paired up. There's a great big group of riders out there in the middle of the pack, jockeying for position. They're running for bucks. They're running for over $11,000 in combined pro purse here today at Porterville. A lot of money. And the year of the four-wheeler machine is among us. Putman in for third. 65 still in for fourth. That's Joski, number 6, Gentry. In the fifth. Leader. And it's John Neary, a pioneer. Last year on the Suzuki Quad Runner. A pioneer. He rode both the three-wheeler class and the four-wheeler class. Down the straightaway, number 1 on his plate. And in second place, this is his first year on the Honda 4 tracks, Stevie Two-Tied Wright from American Honda. But so far, Neary has been unstoppable. But now this is a point of the race where they're going into slower traffic. Wright is going to make up a lot of ground on John Neary right now. Neary has got to get across and around the slower traffic. Right now, he is in behind Mike McLeod. Clips McLeod a little bit out there in the back part of the straightaway. But Neary gets around him. And now Wright's got to get around the slower traffic. It works both ways here. The 250cc modified four-wheel, quad, and four tracks, the four-wheel division. Number 22, Steve Wright has closed up the gap. 65, Joski has gotten around Putman for third and fourth. They're entering the sharp left-hander, turn number 2. Down the straightaway, entering turn number 3. You got about 5 riders out there looking for one position. That could get kind of tight, to say the least. 5 of them. Now they're down the front straightaway out of turn number 4 right about now. Are slowing down. John Neary is your leader. Can Steve Wright catch him? Can John Neary hang on to it? John Neary has been dominant in the force of the four-wheel division. Right now, Wright has not gained any ground. He has not lost any ground. That shows that he can go just as fast as John Neary, but he can't go too much faster. Neary has to make the mistake for Wright to get around him, and I don't think you'll see John make too many. There's just no doubt in my mind that John Neary, a world-class driver out there, is going to be a tough man to beat. Number 65, now in the third position, Brian Joske. In the fourth, number 12, Jim Putman. And number 6 in fifth. Number 6 is Rod Gentry from Honda Factory Support Teams. Here, 15-lap main event of the 250 modified four-wheel event. And you know those old bones of these guys are getting a little sore now. They raced a heat. Some of them raced semis. We're in the main event. And John Neary, he's on the inside. Inside track of the TT here this evening. John Neary is dominating. There is no problem here. John Neary, he is hot. The man is unstoppable. Number 22, Stevie Too Tight Right is still in the second position. And there is the white flag. One more lap to go. Your leader, John Neary. 17 years old. He's been running in the sport about 6 years. He is sponsored by a host of people. He won round number 1 in 1985, the two-stroke class. That was three-wheelers event. And here he comes now. Ladies and gentlemen, number 1, John Neary. Second place, Stevie Wright from a Honda. And look at the space between second and third. Here comes third now. It'll be Brian Joske. A good ride for him. Jim Putman in for fourth. And fifth and sixth rounding out of... In 200cc modified support class here tonight. Number 7, Big Stevie baby, Steve Mendenhall from Kawasaki Team Green. In fact, we got 3 Kawasaki's out there, 1, 2, and 3. Number 18 now in the 4th position, and that's so big Jimmy Eubanks. Eubanks, sponsored by Yamaha Motor Corporation, JP Racing from the East. Number 6, Sean Finley now is your new leader. 5:51 now. Oh, what a move. Almost made it happen. Mendenhall tried to take away the lead away from Sean Finley. Sean, 17 years old. 5:21 now in the 3rd position. Coming down hard, Greg Baker from Team Green, Kawasaki, Scott Products, Shui, RV Cycle, and Sabaki Chain. Number 7, Steve Mendenhall from the Kawasaki Team Green people, who put together a great team for 1986. In fact, there's 3 Kawasaki's, 1, 2. Here, this is a 200 modified. This is the 2-stroke class. Those guys are really moving on. You got a Kawasaki's collide, and we got a rider down. That is 2nd and 3rd. 521, and that's Greg Baker. Number 6, Sean Finley. He will sit out the main event. This young man, very young man, 16, 17 years old. He will sit the main event out, and I know he's more disgusted about that. I didn't exactly see what happened, but 521, which is Greg Baker, he's back into the program, and he's off. He's back off the pace a little bit. Your leader, number 7, Steve Mendenhall, though, all by himself at this point. Look at Sean Finley. Sean is getting back on the motor. He's trying to start it back up. This man is a lap down. This guy wins consistently. He's sponsored at Clem Research. Let's see, North County Kawasaki, Maxima JT Racing. And let's see if he gets it fired back up. He does. Sean Finley, he's a lap down, but he will race for the fans out here tonight at Airport Spinners Raceway at Porterville. Got to give that young man a great big hand, a true sportsman of the sport out there on the Kawasaki, Mr. Sean Finley. Number 18 now in the second position from the Yamaha Motor Company, James Eubank. Here comes Sean now. He'll race out the main event. He knows he's out of the money. He knows he's in last place, but he will race to the end. 007 in third, Tim Helter, sponsored by Kawasaki Chewy, Hoosier, Oakley, Sabaki, UFO Gear, NGK. Tim Helter. 1984 CRA competition in 250 Open class. Got a 7th in the Grand National round number 3 last year, the AATVA series also. And of course, Jimmy Eubanks, I believe still in second place from Raleigh, North Carolina. One of the Grand Nationals, the first round was right in his hometown. Then he had to travel 3,000 miles to get to the next one. Turn number 1, Steve Mendenhall. And he is literally by himself. Second and third coming around now, turn number 4. 521, Greg Baker. Number 18 in third. That's James Eubank. 007 now in fourth position, Mr. Tim Helter. Steve Mendenhall, he has lost or busted his pipe, lost his pipe, one or the other. That boy's making a lot of noise now. Boy, you know where your leader's at. He's the guy making all that noise. This is going to cut down on his power, though. This will definitely cut down on his power as these guys run on the expansion chambers. But he has got a really good lead working. Let's see if he can hang on to it. Number 7, Steve Mendenhall. side support class. And here comes old noisy now, number 7, Steve Mendenhall. Greg Baker from Team Green Kawasaki, Scott from Products, Shui R&B Psycho Sabaki Chain. Number 18 in third, Helter, and number 18 going at it here. Hey, we got some kind of racing going on. They paired up, they entered into the back straightaway. Out of sharp left-hander. One more lap to go. And it's James Eubanks and Helter coming down the straightaway right about now to turn number 4. 18 and number 007 here on the final lap. And Steve Mendenhall, this is a race that I believe he won last year here in Porterville. These guys work on the bikes all day long. It's something like this, a pipe brakes, expansion chamber brakes. But ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the 200 modified support class winner, Steve Baby Mendenhall. Takes it in for the win all by himself. Slower traffic into the checker flag at this point here. Second place, number 521, Greg Baker. And third and fourth, look at third and fourth out of turn number 4. Eubanks has got some company? No, James Eubanks and Tim Helter for third and fourth place. And Marshall McNeely, he lets them loose, and we're into the racing, into turn number 1 to go. It's that tight, sharp left-hander. Everybody looking in for first and second. Number 18, Stan Cargo from Precision Boring. 143, I believe, in the second position. Eric Wood. Cargo. We didn't really have such a terrific year last year. He kept hitting things, kept breaking down. He's done quite well so far this year. Stan Cargo. Cargo is 35 years old. He's your leader. Look at third and fourth. They paired off. Third and fourth. Fourth place rider makes a good move. He powered his way, literally powered his way into the third position. Number 211, that's Daryl Fogarty. He put on a great performance here in the heats. And Eric Wood back off, 46, which is Medina, and number 99, Rick Thorne. Back in the pace, number 70, Mike Ketcherside from Wayne's Racing Team and Crane Sports Center. Also back in the pack. in second place. Daryl Fogarty, he's on the move. He is in the hunt. Daryl Fogarty, sponsored by Fry Racing, Expert Cycle, Anthony Worth, Anthony North Body Shop. This guy can drive an Odyssey. This guy can literally move. They got a few laps left to go. Stan Cargo, here he comes now down the front straightaway, number 18Z. Stan Cargo, sponsored by Precision Boring, S&C Products, Aqua Systems, Expert Cycle. I believe 171 pulling it off the track. 171 out of the program. We'll get a confirmation on that. Got trouble out there. Whoa, they almost collide out there. There's a 5-rider pack getting in the back straightaway right about now. And that probably is Rick Thorne, number 99, and third it is. Rick Thorne, sponsored by Clear Lake Ready Mix, JB Enterprises, Fry Racing. And right behind Rick, some family, Kevin Medina. I believe Daryl Fogarty has made up a little bit of time, and it's got a lot of real estate in between first and second place at this point. Catcher side, number 70. Let's eyeball turn number 1, the man in blue. That's old Mike Catcher side from Wayne's Racing Team, Keene Sports Center out of Temple City. Whoa, almost got that telephone pole out there. Someone losing a tire in turn number 4. That's number 99, Rick Thorne. Rick Thorne out of the program. They got to carry him off the track. And Stan Cargo is your leader. Stan Cargo picking up the action in turn number 2, the short, sharp left-hander. Daryl Fogarty still in second place, not gaining on. Stan Cargo at this point. His motor's on. He is alive. He is cooking. Stan Cargo is your leader. Back into the action out there. Sharp-looking car of number 7. And that's old David Thomas, sponsored by Triple E Enterprises. Alpine Glass, AAA Landscape, MKM Grading. There's a good-looking automobile out there. Number 7, driver David Thomas. Number 37. That's Roger Paulson. Roger Paulson, sponsored by Gatsby Automotive, Capital Glass World, Modern Welding.
front straightaway. No one's close to him. Daryl Fogarty still in second place. Here he comes now. More lap to go, the 250 Odyssey Superstock Class 2 support class. Stan Cargo, this is his year, and it started off very, very well for him. Last year, once again, was not that great a year. I talked to him in San Francisco at the California Indoor Championship. He said he kept hitting walls, he kept breaking down, but round number 2 in the support class, the 250 Odyssey belongs to him. Ladies and gentlemen, number 18C, coming home now. Stan Cargo takes the checker flag home with him. And this young man, sponsored by Fry Racing, Expert Cycle, Anthony's Word Body Shop, number 211, Daryl Fogarty, gets himself into second place. And number 70, I believe him for third. We'll wait for him to go. Racing here. Number 43, Curtis Sparks, is your early leader. Number 17 now in second place, Tony Osborne from Powell, O'Neill, Zabaki, Carlisle, JP Racing. The roar and the thunder of the four-stroker, something we haven't heard all night long. And here comes your leader now from Lamont, California, Curtis Sparks. Number 54 in the third position, Lance Gulliner from TC Racing, Gear Racewear, BSI, Canoe, Culliner Plumbing. Build at this point. They built a great four-stroke engine. In fact, in second place is number 19 now, and that's Mickey Dunlap. Here we go. We might have a repeat of last year. The battle between Curtis Sparks and Mickey Dunlap. No, sit down. Watch this main event. Mickey Dunlap on the Powell team. Curtis Sparks in first place. Dunlap is in second place. Mickey Dunlap has made up a lot of ground on Curtis Sparks. Third and fourth right there with him. Number 54 in third position. 54. Lance Gulliner from Gulliner Plumbing, Canoe, BSI, Gear Racewear. Holy Moses, look at the ground Mickey Dunlap has made up on Curtis Sparks. These guys are going heads up. Curtis Sparks, one of the great veterans of the sport, out of Lamont, California, 27 years old. In 1984, he does a lot of desert racing with the score San Felipe 250 with Mark Waxendorfer. And number 19, Mickey Dunlap, has dropped back clear into fourth position. Mickey Dunlap is back into fourth position. I didn't see exactly what happened. All I know is Dunlap is back in fourth. Back of the pack. Well, check out the action back in 5th, 6th, and 7th, and 8th. Some great competition happening in the middle and the back of the pack out there. They're coming down to turn number 4, right down the front of the straightaway right about now. Number 14, number 91, number 10, number 17. That's the likes of Brian Mayo, Kevin Drake, Brian Drace, Gary Cote, Chris Rindiger, Tony Osborne, Ron Fales Jr. Now in the 3rd position, and that's Brian Dre, sponsored by who else? Powroll, Sabaki, JP Racing, and Carlisle. Powroll out of the Ranch Pass, Oregon area, I do believe, with a big team here tonight. Curtis Sparks is still your leader. He does not have this sewn up. There's no way about it. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. It's anyone's ball game at that point. Mickey Dunlap still back in the 4th position. I gotta believe his motor might have went just a little sour on him. I am just second guessing at this point. Mickey Dunlap, a fine competitor from Rochester, Washington, sponsored by Powroll and Sabaki Chain, 27 years old, been racing three-wheelers for 4 years. Number 54, number 15 got tangled up. Brian Drace and Lance Gulliner from Gulliner Plumbing got tangled up in turn number 2 as they entered the TT inside track on that sharp left-hander. Of others, I mean a ton of others. Ron Fields tries it down low, no can do. That's going to the sharp left-hander, turn number 2. Number 19, Mickey Dunlap, now moves into 2nd place. Mickey Dunlap from Team Powroll, Sabaki Chain, Rochester, Washington. Curtis Sparks go. Holy Moses, this guy is terrorizing the track here in the four-stroke division. He's no stranger to four-strokers. He's been on them a long, long time. He builds them. Curtis Sparks Racing. People ship their motors from all over the country just so Curtis Sparks can make them go faster. Curtis doing the CMC series and doing quite well. That man is fantastic. 26 years old. Curtis Sparks from Lamont, California. Got to do is hang on to it for just one more lap. Mickey Dunlap is in second place, but I do believe his motor has lost something because Mickey Dunlap is a great aggressive rider and he's been in the winner's circle more times. Number 54 now in third, and here comes the pack for third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. But all the meanwhile, with less than half to go, right about there is where he broke down the last lap last year here in Porterville. But it all looks good, got no smoke, it's running fast. Tonight, the four-strokers belong to the man from Lamont, California, local boy, doing awfully well. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Curtis Sparks. In for second from Rochester, Washington, Mickey Dunlap for 1 and 2. And the rest of the riders coming across now, they're in turn number 3 and 4. A big pack for third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. Across the line now, number 28, number 54, Ron Fields, and the host of others, a 204-horse support class, and it is history. Strong tire, precision boring. Number 7, Rob Johnson. He sits on the inside because he won the heat. Number 33, Jay Stewart. Number 133, Charles Wood from JB Enterprises Expert Motor. Number 2, there he is, on Mike Chabelle, from Bentley Excavating. Number 17, Tom Free, takes off to the early lead. Big Charles Wood from JB Enterprises Expert Motors early. Oh, number 7, 360. Draws him back into fourth place position. Your winner of the heat, and he won it hands down. Big Rob Johnson from Fry Racing. Johnny Frank Muffler, Precision Boring. Draws back into fourth position. He's got the speed. We'll see what he can do here in the next 12 laps. Challenging. He didn't challenge, he just took the lead away from 133, Charlie Wood. Third and fourth, not that far back. Number 2, Seville. And number 7, Rob Johnson in the 3-4 position. The 350cc's in an Odyssey. Incredible motor. Just a couple roll bars around him. Here comes number 7. He is challenging at this point for second place. Fourth place, number 2, not far behind. Number 7 spins out again. Oh, and number 2 had to put on the brakes heavily. Otherwise, they'd have been right on top of each other. Number 17, Tom Freeze from Armstrong Tire, Precision Boring, is your leader. Here comes Rob Johnson now on the outside in for second place. 3-4 position as they paired off. Number 2 on the outside. Number 133, Charles Wood for JB Enterprises in the 3rd position. As Mike Chaburl for Bentley Excavating will try to get around him at this point. Your leader coming down the straightaway right about now, Tom Freeze. Number 17, Tom Freeze, is out there in front of a tough man to catch. The man that can do it, though, the driver in 2nd place. Number 7, Rob Johnson. Number 2 in the 3rd position. That's Mike Chabelle from Bentley Excavating. All by himself in the 3rd position. He dropped at 6 scheduled to show. We're down to the final 4. The final main event of the 1986 Grand National Series, sponsored by American Honda. Tom Freeze is shutting it down. Tom Freeze has slowed down to a stop in the infield. That's going to put number 7 into the lead.